Hey friends, welcome back to Two Bears Homestead. I'm Paul, and if you're new here, welcome. We hope you stick around, check us out, see what we're about, and maybe even hit that like and subscribe button and check our other videos out. So today we're going to do a quick video about eggshells. So I saved my eggshells. I have another pile behind me. I saved my eggshells, and what I do is I close the waste loop a little bit because I want to recycle them. I want to use them. There's no point in throwing them in the garbage. There's so many uses for them. And I'll go over some of that a little bit later. But right now I'm going to show you what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And let's get rolling. Here we go. So the very first thing we want to do with our eggshells is quite simply bake them. So kind of just get them. They're still a little sticky. There's some residue in there. I'm going to get them on the tray. Sticky ones in the bottom. And all we're doing is baking them, so we want to cook the organic matter. And, you know, and also I think it's, from a health standpoint, it's also about maybe possibly killing off any bacteria that may be in these. I'm going to go ahead and we are going to go ahead and get these in a, I want to say, so take these and put them in a 350 degree oven. Want to put them in there for about 10 minutes. So here, they're done. You can see they're red hot, but I don't know if you can see it. Ow. But you can see that the organic matter is cooked. It's like paper. It just literally just falls apart. So this is what you want when you cook your eggs. Now, if your eggs are all white, then of course they're going to be much more, you know, that burnt looking. But this is exactly what you want to do, and they are very, very brittle as they come out of the oven. So like, see, they just literally just disintegrate. So this is what we need. This is what needed to be done. And now we just want to let them cool off a little bit. And I'll show you what I do next. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am simply just going to start breaking them down a little bit. There's a number of ways you can do this. I find just using another pan, crushing them down, seems to work beautifully. Really that simple. You literally save your eggshells. When you get a bunch up, you put them in a 350 degree oven, 15-20 minutes, and then you take them out and let them cool, and you crush them to whatever fineness you want. It's really that simple. It's a great thing to do. It's to close the loop of waste. Now, it's not significant, you know, I mean, there's much more waste in any kind of household, but, you know, the little something you can do to take product and then just kind of bring it in full circle, if you will. Close the circle, close the loop. I'm using this group, this batch group, whatever. I'm using this for my worm composting bin. Don't have it set up yet, but this coarse ground, if you will, is what I need for the worms. So, don't really know what else to say. It's for my worms. So this coarse ground is what I need for my worm. So, I think that I'll know after the first feeding whether it's too big of a grind or a crush, if you will. But I think it'll be fine. The other things you can use the eggshells for, and I'm sure you know all this, is feed them back to your chickens or other birds. You know, I have parakeets that I rescue, so they'll get some. If you decide that you want to feed these feed eggshells back to your chicken, please make sure that you do not give them like the whole pieces of the half of the egg, or, you know, like the cracked and used egg. You want to make sure they're broken down, because that could encourage bad behavior in the chickens, and you certainly do not want chickens to develop a habit of egg pecking or egg eating, because that's a horrible thing to have to go through in a flock. So if you feed them back to your chicken, make sure they're broken down and ground up. You can mix them in with the food or however you feed your chicken. But you can grind it finer into a more powder form. You can use it in your garden. You can put it around plants. I mean, the uses are endless. Another thing you can do with the eggshells is make a vinegar extraction. You know, what is the vinegar extraction, you ask? Well, let me tell you. It is eggs in apple cider vinegar, eggshells in apple cider vinegar, and it extracts it. So I'm being a little corny here, but the vinegar, what it does is it pulls the calcium out of the shells. Like the reaction is actually kind of cool to watch. But you would take a container, it has to be glass, or it could be a ceramic crock, but it needs to be some kind of glass, and you put about it's like 20% of the container, maybe even a little less, of the eggshells, and then you fill the rest of it up with vinegar. Leave about an inch head space, and cover it with a cloth or coffee filter or something. But just do not seal it, because it needs to vent. The vinegar and the reaction has to vent. And what that does is it extracts the calcium into the vinegar. It takes about a month. You can strain that off, save those eggshells, put them in another container, put fresh vinegar in, and repeat that process again. But the vinegar, you can foliar feed plants with it, and it's like a tablespoon to 4 gallons of water, and it's amazing. Now, I haven't had to use it in this house yet, but my last house I did, and the results were just astounding. So where did I learn that? Well, I'm glad you asked. I learned that from this nifty little book, and it's from Nigel Palmer. It's the Book of Garden Amendments, and it tells you all about how to make those organic amendments. Everything in here, from leaf litter to catching the microbiome out of the soil and growing it and feeding it to your garden. I mean, it's just tremendous stuff in here. Great book. Not the point of the video, of course, but it's a great book nonetheless. So I encourage you to put this on your bookshelf. So the whole point of the video is just to kind of show you a quick way to close the loop, the waste loop in the house a little bit. And you can do this anywhere. It can be in an apartment. You can, you live in, Joe Mama in suburbia, or on your homestead. You can close that loop anywhere. And it's something. Everything counts. Everything matters. So that's pretty much all I have for you. So I really appreciate your time. If you like what you saw here, please hit the like and subscribe button, and also share us on social media. That's the best way you can help our channel. If you have a friend or somebody that'd be interested in this, I would love it if you shared it with us. And that's it. I literally have nothing else to say. I'm ridiculous. I really am ridiculous. So I thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, and we will just see you on the next one.